Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to finally be back on YouTube. I just took such a big break from social media, properly like posting content and just doing what I usually do, YouTube and stuff. I just had like massive life changes. So I just took some time to really like deep that. But now I'm ready to sort of like get back into the whole thing, and I just want to talk to people a lot more because I realized that like community is literally like everything and anything that you need in life. You need a good community. So I want to create a nice little make up your mind community online here. And to make up your mind, if you don't already know, it's just somewhere where I come and like I get myself ready for the day and I just talk about a topic or two or three or anything that's kind of on my mind at the moment. So today we're talking about business and starting a business as a young woman and being like a young entrepreneur and like just basically doing things on your own and just starting, because it's actually kind of hard, not gonna lie. So if you don't know, I'm recently starting 2 new businesses. One has already launched, which is like my product line. It's hair products and body products, and I will leave the link and everything down below. And the other one is a little kids hair salon. So just a space where moms can drop their kids off and they will be comfortable, they will be safe, and they get their tender heads taken care of the right way. So that's basically my business alongside YouTube and the other things that I am doing. And I just thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about like how freaking hard it's been. Like, hello, nobody tells you this. And I just wanted to talk about that. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I'm just gonna go through the base of what I'm using first so I can talk about what I want to talk about without getting distracted. The first thing I'm doing obviously is moisturizing my face. I'm using this Pixie, I have a new skincare routine actually, so I need to do a video on that, but I'm using this new Pixie Clarity Lotion. I really like how this sits under my makeup. I don't know what it is about this particular base lotion, but I actually just love it. Next up, I'm going in with primers. So for primers, I'm using the Ole Henriksen Vitamin C Banana Primer because this just really brightens my skin. And then this just makes my makeup sit really good. This is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. So I'm just gonna put these on as well. Before I put on the other primer, I'm gonna put on some eye lotions. So basically, a girl's been going out with her friends a lot, just, you know, having a good time. And so the alcohol over the Christmas season, I've always had dark circles, but I think my diet has changed as well and my sleeping pattern, and I've just been a lot more stressed. So I usually only have this line, but now I have this line and this line. So I'm going extra on the eye creams. This is Ole Henriksen and this is Pixie. They are both vitamin C. Okay, so basically this is kind of tinted. It has like a reddish orangey kind of color. So if you have dark circles like me, this really helps. I know you can't see it right now, but it actually, I've seen the difference when I do my makeup, so it counts for something, right? Do you know what? The devil is actually a liar, because every time I try and do something really productive, something goes wrong and it's like, oh, okay, I won't do it now. So now all of a sudden next door, the construction site, they've decided that they want to start throwing metal pieces onto the ground and making noise. But it's okay, because the devil is a liar. Anyway, so I've done my brows. I'm about to get started with the look. The first thing I'm going to do is my eyes. So I'm going to put some concealer on my eyes and put some powder on there to sort of give it a nicer color. And while I do that, I'm going to get right into the video and the topic. So the first like obvious piece of advice I have for you is to sort of just like find your niche. Like find what it is that you want to do. So even if it's hair, makeup or whatever, try and find a niche like within that, so that you're not like I mean, there's room for everybody, but just so that you're not breaking into like an oversaturated market. So pretty much everybody's doing something. So try and find a way to like make your thing unique. And that is, you know, it's 2 things. It's literally finding your niche and having a brand identity. So what is it about what the business that you're trying to do that's like basically like what's your unique selling point? Like why are you different to everybody else? So I'll use my business as an example. I wanted to get into hair and hair care, and I figured there were a lot of those salons around, and like eventually I'll tap into the market on a bigger scale. But what nobody was focusing on was children, and like having a culture of this thing so that young kids actually understand what it is that they're doing, and they get on a journey of appreciating their own hair. And I was finding that a lot of parents would have to sit with their kids in salons because they didn't trust that their kids were going to be well taken care of or their hair would be done promptly. So having a salon that's tailored just to kids sort of gives the parents a bit of like a woo-saw moment. So try and find what it is about your brand that's going to stand out and going to be a bit different. With my products, it's stuff that I make it all myself. It's stuff that I use. It's stuff I've tried. It's stuff I like. So the hair oil is the hair oil that I use. It's the mix I've been making for myself for years. The body butter is, I always used to add glitter to my body butter because I liked it. So I was like, let me sell that. The beard stuff is just stuff that I know is good for your beard and your face, and I like the scent. There's that. For kids, I find that a lot of kids have to use like Johnson & Johnson and all these things. And yes, they're organic stuff, but they're expensive and they're hard to find in Nigeria. So why not use what we have, shea butter, mango butter, our own raw ingredients, but have that baby smell. So there's one that smells like bubble gum for the little girls, and there's one that smells like powder for like the babies, or if you just want your kids to have that baby smell for longer. Oh my God, I'm gonna talk to you guys about this breakout in another video, like Jesus. So yeah, that was how I found like my unique selling point. Okay, so for a soft color, I'm going in with the TSG Cosmetics Bare It All palette. And I'm going in I don't know if it's Nini or Nene or Nini, whatever. But yeah, I'm just sort of going in to give I want like a very light eyelid because I'm going to use pink eyeliner. So I don't really want any color underneath per se. My next piece of advice undoubtedly is carve out time. You don't realize how, this is the Huda Beauty pink palette. You don't realize how time consuming it is to actually start a business. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes up way more time than you think it would. Like, you do something and then you have to do it again. You try something and it doesn't work. You think you've sorted something out and then you realize that actually that solution was no good at all. So, I would definitely say, like, don't think it's something you're gonna do overnight. Oh, I'm so sorry about this noise, you guys. Don't think it's something you're gonna do overnight. Don't think it's something that's gonna take you like a month. I mean, it can, depending on the business you're doing. But for the most part, it's gonna take a while for you to like figure out your exact formula or figure out your exact packaging or figure out your exact whatever. So please, like, make sure you carve out time to really like invest and focus on the business. I think that's like really important. Okay, so I don't know who cursed me, but I can't do my eyeliner on camera. So what I did is I literally just did it's a very basic look. I just did some slight pink sparkly shadow on the inside, and I just did like a wing liner with a bit on the top with a pink eyeliner from Fenty Beauty. Yeah, so the next thing I would say is start small. So for me, I wanted like, the reason I hadn't done this idea like in the past was I was convinced I needed like a huge shop space, and I needed a whole back office for myself, and I needed a whole this, and I needed a whole that, and you know, I had to have this and I had to have that, and that was really holding me back. Because if I'm being honest, like, starting a business is not cheap. Like, even doing it on a small scale, like, you're gonna spend millions of naira, and it's really hard, especially when you're just like starting out. Like, you have no idea, you know, like what's gonna happen. Like, you have no idea if it's gonna be successful, if it's not gonna be successful, you know, if people are gonna buy your product or they're not gonna buy your product, if they're gonna like it or they're not gonna like it, are you gonna still enjoy the business in a year or are you not gonna enjoy the business in a year? Like, there's so many things to factor in, that, you know, it makes you wonder whether or not it's worth the investment. Are you spending too much money? Are you spending enough money? So it's just a lot. So I would definitely say start small and grow. It's okay to start from your house. Like, I used to think that was like awkward, like, oh my god, people are like, no, start from your house. Like, start with what you have, start with what you know, start with what makes you comfortable. Like, just start, like, just just do it. Like literally just do it. There's always going to be a reason why you can't. There's always going to be somebody who has more money, more space, more followers, more whatever than you have. It doesn't mean anything. Like your friends are not your clients. Your friends are not your market. Like don't worry about people reposting you and like what your friends are going to think. Like I promise you, their opinions actually don't matter. Like they actually just don't matter. Like not in business anyway. Like your friends' opinions really matter the least. For foundation, I use Pat McGrath Labs, the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection in the shade Medium 17. I love this foundation so much. Next up for concealer, I'm starting with my Fenty, which I always start with, and I go over it with my NARS. Okay, so next thing is shameless promoting. Listen, honey, shamelessly promote your business. So like, even if you post 100 times a day, post and post and post and scream from the rooftops about your business. So there's one person I really admire, and that is Tanya. I don't know if you guys know Ziva Cosmetics. Ziva, I don't know if there's anything. Ziva Clothing? Yeah, just Ziva Sha. You guys know Ziva. Tanya. I admire Tanya so much. Like she shamelessly promotes her business in everything that she does, and I just really think that's really bold and really strong, and it even makes her business look more attractive. Because look, if you cannot carry your business on your head, why should anybody else carry it on their own head? Like, why should I carry wahala for your business if you as the owner, you don't even see it as like you're forming for your own business? Then I'm gonna form for you. Like, why should I spend my money if you yourself are forming? Like, I don't understand. So shamelessly promoting for me is like something I've learned. I'm still learning how to do it because I haven't like aced it quite yet, but I'm trying hard. Like at least every other post you see about me or you see about whatever, I'm gonna promote my business. Because listen, first of all, I invested my hard-earned money into this. Like what I'm not about to do is sit here and expect it to just take off, because why? Nah, life doesn't work that way. So shamelessly promoting your business is definitely something that I would like recommend. So I just realized I wasn't actually recording for a while. I don't remember the last thing I said, but I had said I'm using Fenty to set my under eyes because I really like that. Then I said leave room in your budget. I said leave room in your budget because you know you can order something and then they'll tell you $1, and even though it has nothing to do with the international market, everything will now go up by like 4 or 5K. God forbid you need like 20 of those things. That's an extra, I don't know, do the math. And that can be quite annoying. You can order things and it's just not what you ordered, and then that's money wasted. So I know like this, I had a couple of story times from when I was starting. I had initially wanted to do these bags, and I had paid somebody, all well and good, and they really messed up the bags. And not only did he mess up, he refused to correct it, refused to give me a refund, and then he blocked me on Instagram. So like that was it. Like that was it, donezo. Like am I gonna start going to Shomolu to start stressing somebody about 25K? It's not really worth your time, stress, traffic, everything. So you end up just letting it go, and that's just money that vanishes. And this can happen a couple of times. Another time this happened to me was the glitter that I use in my glow butters. I had initially used this other lady, and she had sent me her samples, and the samples were mad, everything was nice. You know, I was ready to go. And then when it was time for her to send me the actual stuff, the big batch, she sent me some subpar, like not up to scratch shit, really. And it ended up having a chemical reaction with the shea butter and the mango butter, and it started going green, and just all this stuff was happening. And I was so pissed off because I had sent money to her, I had paid, I had tried this thing, and it just didn't work out for me, and it was annoying. It set my launch date back like by ages. I wanted to do a whole Christmas launch and everything. I couldn't do that anymore. So that really it really got me down. Like I was actually really upset about it, but I was like, you know what, God's time is the right time. And I just kept it moving, and then I ended up finding a powder that I much prefer because it's of a much higher grade and quality. Like even though I couldn't source that one locally, but you know, it just made me think outside the box. So leave room in your budget, because these things are gonna happen. You're gonna pay for something and realize that it's crap, and you have to pay for something else completely. So don't be discouraged by that, but leave like 25% of your budget free. Worst case scenario, you don't spend the money, and that's fine. For blush, I'm using Fenty Beauty Cream in Crush on Cupid. I love this blush. I'm gonna try and put it underneath my foundation one day. For now, I put it on top. It's literally a cream. So I put the cream on, it's like a clown right now with this sponge. And then I take my blush brush and I blend this in. So the next thing I'd say is don't expect to break even. So let's say you invest ₦1 million into your business. It's gonna take you a while to make that ₦1 million back because you have to keep buying raw ingredients. If you have staff, you need to keep paying their salaries. You need to keep paying their salaries. You need to keep buying raw materials. You need to keep marketing. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you're gonna need to keep doing. And all of that stuff costs money. So before you make that ₦1 million back, that's just breaking even. So after that is when you now start counting profit. So business, it's not that simple. Like, you don't just go into it and start making money. Like, it's a long process and it's a long kind of road. So if you're trying to make some quick cash, it's not really starting a business. But I mean, you never know. Like, sometimes your business can just and you start making money instantly. But most times it takes you like a year or so, a year and a bit, to really just kind of level out and break even before you start like seeing profit. So be prepared to not like instantly like be making money, if that makes sense. The highlighter, I'm using my Sephora Face Shimmering Powder. I've used this highlight for years. It's literally the only highlight I use. I don't know what it is about it, but it just sits on my complexion so well. It comes in different shades as well. But this Sephora highlighter is like, it's an underappreciated gem. So I'm going for like a very light beat, but something different if you can't tell already. Okay, so the next piece of advice before I go. Damn, this noise outside is loud and annoying, but it's okay. It's my first video back, so I'm gonna make sure I stay in a good mood. So the last piece of advice I have is to ask for help. Like, ask your help, ask your daddy, ask your mama, ask your sister, ask your friends, ask your boyfriend, ask your uncle. Literally, don't be afraid. Okay, just wanted to do that first. Okay, yeah, so literally ask anybody around you. Like, ask for help, ask for advice, ask for opinions. Like, obviously don't let other people's opinions get in your way, but ask. Or like, literally, closed mouths don't get fed. Like, ask for everything. If anybody wants to invest in your business, they want to help you out, like, put your thing out there. Like, literally, don't be afraid to ask. Like, literally ask for help, advice, like anything you don't know. If somebody else is good at marketing, somebody else is good at graphics, ask them, please, how did you do this thing? How do you do Instagram marketing? How do you do logo design? How do you do branding? Where did you hire your staff from? Where did you buy this from? Ask and ask and ask, because you never know where someone's gonna give you an answer or direct you somewhere that it's something that you really, really need, you know? So make sure you ask. And last but not least, pray, be patient, and have faith in God. Like, commit your business into the Lord and you will be fine. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but it's actually true. Like, what God has said yes to, like, which hater is going to say no that's going to work out? Nobody. So, like, don't be worried about the opinions of everybody else, because like I said, your business is not for your friends, it's not for your peers. There's a whole world out there, like a whole wide world out there, and there's so many people who are waiting for your post, they're waiting for your idea, they're waiting for things that you're doing. So just try and tap into that. And don't, my hair has gotten so long that it's actually now affecting the color of my braids. That's crazy. Yeah, like literally just trust in your sauce, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your product, believe in your brand, carry it on your head, pray to God, and you're gonna be fine. So find your niche, have a brand identity, carve out time for yourself to focus and have ideas. Do it, start small, just do it. Shameless promoting, leave room in your budget, don't expect to break even right away, ask for help, and pray to God. Those are, I think they're 10. So those are my 10 tips. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this Make Up Your Mind. Like, it was just really for me to like get back into the swing of things, and I really have enjoyed it. So if you have more topics you want me to talk about or more questions and stuff, please let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. Love you guys so much.